So we're going to have to call this a walk through the garden looking at new flowers part 2, because once again the camera decided to shut down on me. So I'm going to carry on the talk, so you'll probably find that this is part 2 of the video. For some reason it's closing down at half an hour, and I think it's because I've got too much on the camera, to be honest. So this is Kniphofia, and I believe it to be Corlissons, and it's a beauty. Look at that. That is a real stunner. And behind it is this, Salvia. This is Salvia caradonna, and I love Salvia caradonna. It's a good, strong, robust plant. I actually thought these were going to die away through the winter, but because of where I've got them, they've managed to survive. So a little bit of protection has helped. That's Muriel's Gift Astrantia there behind it, and that's a good planting combination. Looking nice. Let's go back here. Now this is a weird one. And it's a dianthus, believe it or not. It's hard to say. Let me look at the label to say Carthusinorium. And it has this weird looking flower on the end of it. And very small and diminutive, but it's quite tall and sprawling, really. But probably going to be better it's in quite a hot area, which it would prefer, in a sunny spot. But I think it needs the support, really, of other plants to grow through. So we shall give that some thought. Now there's another salvia here, and this one's Dear Anya, a P. Udolph selection, and a damn good one as well. It's beautiful, that colour. I really do like that. He's named it after his wife, Anya. Really nice. Then more geraniums, Cantabrigiensis. This one's Cambridge. And that's looking good. So let's carry on for a little bit more. Let's go back to this rose on this one. I think I've already shown this on the other video, but we'll show you it again. It's worth seeing twice. And that's Rosa Gertrude Jekyll with a lovely scent, a repeat flowerer, and the most flowers I've ever seen. But it is in its 3rd year, so it's got settled in. Remember, heavily feed them, and they like lots of water as well. But this one, this is Starlight Symphony, and I've spotted it this morning for the first time, and it's a beauty. Almost pure white. There is just a touch of a colour in there. What would I describe that as? A blancmange colour, really. It's really nice, and it's got lots of flowers on it, and it's supposedly a pillar rose. I think it's a pillar rose. I'll do some more research on that for the next video, see whether it is a pillar rose. And that's why I'm growing it up here. So hopefully over time, that's going to look fantastic. Okay, what we got here? Right, okay, a little bit of a moan time again. So a moan, good old moan. Right, you can't beat a good old moan. This is supposed to be Geranium Roseanne. And I can assure you that is not Geranium Roseanne, because Geranium Roseanne is blue. I don't know what's gone on here, whether they've selected it, whether it's reverted back to summer, I don't know. But that really is a problem for me, because I'd put it there because of the colour under this birch tree. And not very happy at all, to say the least. But nothing I can do about that. So we'll not moan too much. So as I said, this is part 2 because the camera gave up. So we'll look again at this Astrantia. And in different sections in my garden, they do really well in one section and average in other sections. And some people say that if you get these in sunshine, they can have a darker appearance, which I think's true to a degree. But I think sometimes if you get them in a shady area, they can be equally as nice. And this one has made a good, robust clump. Same one as every other one that I've got in the garden. The Astrantia, Muriel's Gift, all come from the original plant, all splits from it, but it's a really, really nice one, and I've always loved this from day one. Come on, focus it. Give the people a show. There you go, look at that. That is a beauty. Absolutely beautiful. See if there's anything at the back here. I can't remember if there's Allium sapphira trying to pop out, but it's not quite out now. I'm just getting the scent of this plant at the moment. This is Pittosporum. Now, I know the label's in here, but unfortunately I've got all this weed growing in, which is very, very annoying because this has come from a professional compost supplier, and he's supposed to be a professional compost. I thought it was doing a bit good. I was looking at it from inside the house and I thought, ooh, that's looking quite nice, doing well at the base. It's a bloody weed. Anyway, this is a particular, let's get the label out for you. It's called Margaret Turnbull, and it has a lovely leaf anyway, but these little flowers. Now, in the evenings, when I walk out onto this floating deck, which is where it is, this is, oh, it's a stunner. Really is a stunner. Well worth having. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Ugh, bloody nightmare, honestly. There you go, look at all that. And that's from a professional compost supplier. Still a bit more to get out, but I'll do that another day. But oh, it's got such a nice scent for such a small plant. So those black sections you see, they're little flowers. And it is a nice one, this one. It's, as far as I'm concerned, this is actually more of a less hardy plant. Hence it being in this bucket, so I can move it around when we get the worst of the weather. I'd move it around to suit. Sambucus Black Tower. It's setting its flower buds, but it's not flowering just yet. We're a little bit early for them up at my house. I've noticed around there are other people's. I've passed a few today of the ordinary elders, and they are definitely flowering, but not for me yet. So as I said, I'm getting to the point now where I need to remove the flowers off the elders, because look, they've got some big chunky little seed heads there. We need to get rid of those before it's too late. It's already too late on some of them. They're already away and popped away, and I will find some new little babies at some point. That particular one is a Bob Brown selection. That's why I keep it going. So, but I am going to remove all those flowers very soon, and I'm going to remove those because there's so many. I'm going to find way, way, way too many of them. This Crataegus is going over, but we might as well include it while we're here. There's Paul Scarlet. It's a semi-double, and it's finally going over. It's given it up. It's given up the ghost. It's had enough. Bit like me. Lupin, these are a bit disappointing. I bought these cheap. I keep saying don't buy cheap stuff. I bought this cheap hoping it would be quite nice because it had a lovely red leaf early on, but it's only produced this ridiculous flower. Got another one across the way from it. Equally as rubbish, but never mind. This is another geranium, and it's Silostemon, spelt with a P. Now it's a very tall plant, this, eventually, and it's at the moment it's only a small little plant, but it will get to be quite a towering plant at some point. Euphorbia Amidagloides Purpureum. Really nice Purpurea. It's very nice. It's looking, although they're over now, I'm going to let some of these carry on because I want to find loads of those all over the garden. More Aquilegias, the tall one I discussed some time back, looking very good. I've since discovered that they can get to this tallness. They can get up to 4.5 feet quite easily. And that is doing just that. So we're back to this again. I just caught a smell of it then. I think I said on the last video, it has the smell of foxes. And it has. When I was at one of my previous gardens, I actually thought we had a fox visiting the garden. I thought, well, that's brilliant. Fox out in the countryside visiting my garden. Only to find out it was actually this plant giving the smell. It produces that smell. Now this is a nice one to have with grasses. It's in my Carl Forster border actually, and it's flowering now. And if the sunshine hits it, you get a lot better look on this one. And it's called Pimpinella. Look at that. That's a beautiful. It's just very diminutive cow parsley looking thing, but it's pink. It's that lovely tiny pink. And it is a beauty. It's a true beauty. It's not massive, what is it, 1.5 foot, not massive. But nevertheless, worth having. So that's Pimpinella. Let's give you the full name while we're at it. Pimpinella rosea major. Major rosea. Oh God, I'm an idiot. Pimpinella major rosea. So it's the rosy coloured one. Beautiful it is as well. Now this is a Nyphophia that's coming out. Last year it looked wonderful. This year it looks crap. It's called Rich Echoes. It's one of the new boys on the block, I do believe. Last year looked superb, no doubt, because it came straight out of a nursery. And this year not so great, but it does have these small flowers anyway, and they are really nice once they get going. I'm calling it Anta, but it is very nice. Camera keeps swinging around. I'm just trying to focus it in for you. There you go. Not doing it itself any justice whatsoever at the moment. Anything else worth showing? Oh yeah, Erysimum Bowles Mauve. Worth showing. Tiny little plant. I am going to cut all those flower heads off soon, and the seed heads that are developed, they're going to go in favour of making it shrub up better. But it is truly a stunning plant. So I think that's it. So sorry about the first part. Couldn't do anything about that. Didn't realise it had stopped recording. So once more we'll have a video without an ending. But this one, hopefully, will have an ending. There's nothing else to show you. So we'll just end on this one for this wildlife area that I'm really, really happy with. It looks great. Hamish loves it. He's going for a drink. He's the one pushing the gravel in. Culprit. So that's looking nice as well, with lots of flowers. So we've got quite a few flowers developing around the garden, which are looking great. And more to come before the grasses start their real show later in the year. And don't forget, I've got some late season perennials as well that are monsters. So before I end this particular video, we'll show you Kathy's arbor seat that I built her. Again, I've done a video on that, but you know, while we're here, let's show it off because I am very proud of it. Very nice. Not 100% finished, still got the tin roof to put on top, and the seat's got to be fitted inside. But apart from that, it's looking great. Actually, we've just come across Lamprophysis ironronomy. I forgot to show this. Now, this grass is doing terrible because it did not like the winter. The babies, I had 30 of them. Everyone died through the winter, whereas this maturer one seems to have made it, which is good because it means it's got loads of flower heads, seed heads, and I'm going to collect some of those and grow them again. See how far we can get with them. So there you go. Another look through the border, or borders, and they're looking great. Just end with that shot. Hope you've enjoyed that second tour, that unexpected one, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Ta-da!